Hey ladies, how are you? It's Michelle, and today we have a wardrobe strategy teach. Now let's just make sure that we are live in the group because we like to make sure that Facebook has it right, and they do. So right now what's going to happen is Facebook's going to send out your notifications for this broadcast, so come on in. And when you come in, let me know that you're here. If you're watching this on the replay and you're not with us live, that's okay. You can type in the box below and just let me know that you were here to say, hi Michelle, excited to learn. Whatever it is, let me know that you're here down below, okay? Comments. So listen, today I wanted to give you a teach about wardrobe strategy. And I wanted to give you this one because when women think about putting themselves together, creating an image, creating a style, whatever it happens to be, they forget that it's actually building an actual wardrobe. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about what a wardrobe strategy is and what happens if you get it wrong, and some of the pitfalls and traps that you may find yourself in that is crippling you from being able to create an image presence that literally takes you towards your goals, because it is so aligned with who you are that you feel so on purpose and so ready to step out each day. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. And so I named it, what is your image strategy? Question mark, because you may not even have one, because you may not even know what it is. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about wardrobe strategy is that having a wardrobe strategy or not having one cripples your ability to make an expressive, functional, and profitable wardrobe. It cripples you because it takes you into pitfalls that are really difficult to get out of if you don't have specific ways of doing that. So let me just define the terms here, what I mean by things. The first thing is expressive. What does it mean to have an expressive wardrobe? Well, it means that it feels like you. It means that it expresses who you are. It tells the world what is important to you in a very short amount of time when they see you, whether it's a first impression, when they see you online, they see you in your profile picture, whatever it may be, that it feels like you. And I hear that a lot from women. It's got to feel right. Yeah, that's what it means when you have an expressive wardrobe. Number two, functional. A functional wardrobe means that it all works for you, that you don't have some items that simply hang there, that you don't have ones with still tags on them, that you're using the pieces of your wardrobe all at once, and that they are efficient when you buy them, that really you've spent the money and you're using those garments, you're using those items. That's what it means to have an efficient wardrobe. The last one is a profitable wardrobe. So for any of you gals who are out there in business, who are professionals, who are looking to advance in your career, who want to move up, a profitable wardrobe means that it acts like marketing for you, your business, and your purpose. Does that make sense? That it actually speaks about what it is you do and what it is you deliver to others. So having those three things in a wardrobe is really what I work with getting with my clients with their wardrobes together. You can see I mentioned nothing about fashion again. Fashion items. Fashion or items. I need you to remember that, guys. But just knowing and loving fashion is never enough to create the expressive, the functional, and the profitable wardrobe that really works for you. So that's really important to know, that those are the three things that you're really crippling when you fall into any of these pitfalls by not having a full wardrobe strategy. And in the end, what happens to you is that you lack visibility of your target client, audience, customer. They don't see you. And not seeing you is a problem if you're trying to build something. So you lack visibility. Then you get into the trap where you're inconsistent with your image. How many of you has that happened to? Well, one day you're dressing well, the next day you're not. Then you see your customer in the grocery store, and then you're like, oh my gosh, how am I dressed? And it becomes inconsistent. And that inconsistency will cripple your ability to build trust with the people you want to build trust with, whether it's your client, your customer, your boss, your audience, your tribe, whoever it is. It cripples your ability to build trust. And the last thing that happens if you don't get this wardrobe strategy together is that you actually feel inauthentic. You don't feel like yourself. You feel like you're playing dress up in your clothes. Or you simply shrink because you're not feeling authentic with yourself. You're not feeling like who you are and expressing who you are. You may feel some bits about self-doubt or feeling insecure. Hey, Lily, good to see you. So it is sort of like the trap that you don't even know you're getting yourself into. The lack of visibility, your inconsistent image, and feeling inauthentic is what happens when you don't have a specific wardrobe strategy. I bet you didn't know that. And I bet you just thought, well, geez, I just can't get dressed in the morning. No. These are all of the side effects that happen. And that cripples your ability to create things in your life that you're looking for. Okay? So, does that make sense? First of all, that is what a wardrobe strategy will do. It will make your wardrobe expressive, functional, profitable. If you don't, you're losing visibility, you're being inconsistent to build trust, and you're feeling inauthentic. So let me know if that makes sense for you down in the comments below. And now let me tell you 4 ways that you know that you're kind of crippling your image strategy, okay? That you're working with one of these strategies and they're not working for you. And I'll tell you the pitfalls about how that happens. Okay, ready? Ready. Number 1 wardrobe strategy pitfall. Number one. The DIY trap. Here's how you know you're doing this one. You're rolling around social media. You are actively pinning on your Pinterest board. You're putting things that you think, it looks good to me. You're putting it on the My Style board. You're following a bunch of Instagram bloggers and fashion bloggers, and you're actively choosing things that you like, that you're looking at and that you like. But here's how you know you're in this trap. You're doing that, but you cannot name the 4 elements that you need to know in order to make that outfit, that garment work for you. There are 4 things you absolutely have to know in order for what you're pinning or what you're seeing as examples to know if it will work for you and fit with your image strategy that will communicate you. The 4 things are, number 1, it has to be in your 36 best colors. If you don't know what your 36 best colors are, it's a problem, okay? Number 2, it has to be the right cut for your body shape. And when I'm talking about your body shape, I'm talking about your horizontal proportion as well as your vertical proportion. And in those, there are about 10 to 16 measurements you have to know if that garment, that outfit, that way they put it together makes sense for you. Number 3, you have to know the message you're sending with your garment. Every single garment that you put on or accessory that you put on is sending a message. It has values attached to it, and if you don't know how to read the garment, you have no clue what you're sending as a message. Number 4, you have to know the function that garment serves. There are 9 garment function categories, gals, that work to make a working wardrobe. So if you're choosing a certain top, a certain bottom, but you don't know what wardrobe category it fits in, that's a problem. Because it makes your wardrobe either scattered or you have too much of one thing and not one of another to be able to create outfits. So it actually cripples your ability to create outfits. So as you're DIYing, as you're looking around and seeing how to make your style and how to put your style together, you're doing all of these things that give you inspiration, but they don't land because you don't know how to execute them, okay? You don't know how to execute them for yourself. So that is the first wardrobe strategy trap, is the DIY trap. The second trap is called the friend zone. The friend zone. How you recognize that you're in this pitfall is, number 1, frequent gathering sessions. Now, those girls who are my clients know what I mean when I say I train hunters, not gatherers. So Hue and Style gals, they are hunters. They are not gatherers for their wardrobe. And what that means is they choose very specifically the things that are right for them based on those 4 things I talked about in trap number 1. So if you're in the friend zone, trap number 2, the gathering sessions just look like you guys rolling down on a Saturday afternoon, going down to the mall, and you're gathering up bits and pieces. You're gathering them. You have no clue why you're buying them. You don't know what they're for. The girlfriend says they look cute and you buy it and you're gathering. It also looks like borrowing and lending between the two of you, where you're not really sure where you're borrowing and lending for, but you just know that you need something different and you want to shake it up in your wardrobe, so you lend and borrow without really knowing if what you want to communicate in your message is aligned with what she's trying to communicate. You don't know that. So friend zone, where you're kind of crutching off what your friend is doing, is pitfall number 2. Pitfall number 3, the old boys club. The old boys club. And this is the belief, the outdated belief that the power suit is where you're going to get your image presence. Did you hear me? That the power suit is where you're going to get your image presence. This idea that, we all remember the power suit, back in the 1980s when you put on that suit with the high shoulder pads and the high contrast color, that someone was going to see you and take you seriously. That is a pitfall, gals. That is an old, outdated version of what it means to create presence in your image, is just sticking on a suit. Because the reality is that people are looking to connect with people who are relatable and who seem like them. And so if you think about, well, I better put my old boys club power suit on so that I can show myself as the best version of myself, you're probably actually turning people off who want to relate to you, because it doesn't connect with exactly who you are. Really, what we're talking about these days when we're talking about creating image presence is we're talking about a personalized expression. Exactly who it is that you are placed on the outside, not some sort of old, outdated version of what you think it should look like. So that old boys club, pitfall number 3, doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. Personalized is where it's at. And the last pitfall, number 4, is having no plan at all. Zero plan at all, okay? Zero plan at all looks like buying anything that's on sale because you're a bargain hunter, okay? It's like, well, I'm just going to buy what's on sale. I'm going to see what's out there. I'm going to go sale shopping. That is a huge pitfall, gals, and I can't tell you how much money you are wasting by simply shopping on sale, okay? Because a lot of the times you're buying things that are on sale that are really the end of the line. And the end of the line means that all of the good things have been picked over. And so what's left are the things that don't create shape, maybe aren't the right color, that are all black sitting there, all the things that do not create presence. So if you're a person who's like, Michelle, I shop on sale, I'm going to challenge you there. I'm going to challenge you there, because it's a place where it says I have no plan. Okay, because when you have a full wardrobe plan, you will spend less money buying the right things and you will wear them longer, which saves you money in the end. You will have a smaller closet and have way more to wear. Can you believe that? So having no plan at all is the 4th pitfall. Thanks, Lily, for putting those in. And what it looks like is only buying on sale. It's feeling generally hopeless every single time you arrive to your closet. So you're like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't even know. And so you just put something on. It can look like old clothes that you keep re-wearing, even though they're in disrepair. It can look like binge shopping. So just going, well, I need something new because I haven't had something new and I just got to get out there. It can look like retail therapy, is having no plan at all. And another classic that it can look like is just not knowing. And so what you do is you put a scarf on. How many of you done that? Don't know what accessory to do. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to put a scarf on. Just going to put a scarf on. Put a scarf on without knowing why we put the scarf. What is that color? What is the contrast level of the scarf? What is the message that the scarf is sending? And is it right for my body shape and proportions? Because those are all the things you should be thinking about when you put on a scarf. Only you haven't, because you have no plan. So you just stuck it on. Okay, so let me reiterate those four wardrobe strategy traps that if you are doing them, you are crippling your ability to create an expressive, functional, and profitable wardrobe. Number 1, the DIY trap, trying to put all the pieces together but not knowing the pieces that you're trying to put together. Number 2, the friend zone. Okay, you're doing everything that the friend is doing. You're trying to figure it out between the two of you, that you're ending up gathering and spending money that doesn't make sense. Number 3, the old boys club. So you have those old tapes running about what it really means to look professional and to dress with presence in a power suit. And number 4, having no plan at all, which means you're simply either shopping on sale, you're doing all these things that are crippling and crutching yourself, that are just wasting money and are inefficient. And in the end, you end up with a larger closet with really nothing to wear, and you go, what the heck? I know, Lily, you have been guilty, but you have seen the light also, haven't you? You and Style Gal, right? So those are the 4. So what I want to do over the next part of this week is sit back and go, oh my gosh, which ones am I doing? Which am I guilty of? Number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Post them in the comments below. Let me know which you are guilty of and which you know that are crippling your ability to create that sense of image presence, because they are. And the solution here, gals, is number 1, you have to admit that you don't know how to do this, because the reality is we don't come out of the womb knowing how to create image presence, wardrobe strategy, knowing all the colors that are best for us, our 36 best. We don't know our body shape unless we are understanding the exact things that go into account to knowing all of our own best proportions. You have to commit to knowing a full solution, and that knowing that when the whole solution comes together, you feel better about yourself, you feel more confident, you quit second guessing yourself, you can be empowered to be in a store and say, no, that doesn't work for me, I don't wear black, and feel amazing about yourself in empowerment. It also, in the solution, means that you have to embrace self-knowledge. You have to be okay with diving deep and looking at yourself as an individual who has values and who has something to say in the world. And if you look at any of the clients I've worked with, and they reside here in this group, you'll see them. Every single one of them has committed to saying, I have something important to say in the world, whether it is delivering something important to my clients, whether it is nurturing my children, whether it is being a businesswoman and having my community see me. If you don't see yourself as having something important to say in the world, you will never get your image together. And there's the real truth. You will never find a style that really sits with you, because a real style that sits with you is a reflection and an expression of what you think and how you value yourself in the world, and what your value is giving out to someone else. And if you don't have that idea that you are that important, you will continue to exercise these 4 pitfalls. Just watch yourself. So when you come together and understand that the solution is really about, number 1, admitting that you don't know it, number 2, committing to a full solution, and number 3, embracing self-knowledge, so that you go, wait a minute, let me make sure I know me, so that I can start to turn this around and become and express exactly who I am, because my purpose, my business, what I want to do in the world calls for it. Then you will ultimately dress in confidence for success, because the thing that happens after you dress in confidence is that success becomes drawn to you. It's amazing. And all I got to do is ask any of these girls who have mastered their image confidence. You start to see results right away in relationships, in your business, in how people react to you, in your visibility, how people see you. They're going to want to know, what is she doing and who is she? Because, wow, that's the beauty and the magic of true image presence, and when you get it right. So listen, gals, I hope this gave you a lot to think about this week. Those 4 pitfalls and what it really takes to find the solution. And if you know that you are ready and you're like, oh my gosh, I know that having my image not be on par or where it needs to be, or it hasn't been in my plan in order to put myself out there, and that you know you are lacking visibility, you know you are being inconsistent to be able to build trust with others, and you know you are feeling inauthentic, listen, I'm inviting you to jump on a wait list, because right now my program is full. Right now I'm mentoring a group of women who are on this journey, and I will be opening my calendar to take my free confidence strategy sessions to give you 100% clarity about how your image is impacting your goals. But it's not open right now. I will be opening it, but you can jump on the wait list. So all you need to do is click into the link above. It'll take you to a form where you can fill in your details, and you can jump on that wait list. And when I open up my calendar, you will be the first that I contact to see if you're really ready to be able to take these traps, bust them forever, and move to a place where you have a wardrobe that is expressive, functional, and profitable for the goals that you're looking for. Does that make sense, gals? Now listen, I know that I'm on. Are there any questions right now, either live or if this is on the replay? I see your comments as well. So if you have any questions on this topic, just pop them down below in the comments. I'll be happy to chitter chatter with you in the comments below. At this time, I do want to make sure that I send a very warm welcome to all the new gals who have joined the group in the last little while. Welcome. Remember that you can watch any of my teaches inside the video section of this group. There's also a bunch of resources in the pin post at the top of this group. Just, see more and scroll down. There are mini blogs there. There are videos about a lot of the different philosophies that I have when it comes to dressing your best and in confidence that starts to draw success to you. This is a totally different way of thinking about how you get dressed in the morning. This is not just about a cookie cutter, pick it out, fashion blogger, whatever. This is really about you. That's what I specialize in. So make sure you grab some of those nuggets above. Okay, listen, gals, I've been with you this morning. I hope I've given you lots of food to think about, food for thought to think about. Down below, let's have some discussions and chitter chatter in the comments. For now, I will say have a wonderful day and we'll catch you inside the group. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.